Hey, what up, you guys? It's Danny B. You're watching the Trash Dash, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Very good. Very realistic. Isn't it, Mrs. Renner?
He's definitely fat and jolly.
Take a closer look at yourself in the mirror, Billy. And just remember, be jolly. Lots of ho, ho, ho. And try not to scare the little bastards. Sometimes they cry their heads off. I guess they think the old guy's scary. Silly, isn't he? Yeah. Silly.
This has always been one of my favorite slasher films, and I really like Christmas horror more than Halloween horror. With the exception of like Halloween and maybe two other movies or something. Really, every single Christmas horror movie I've seen, I usually like. And there's also way more to choose from in Christmas for some reason than in Halloween. But to me, this is the staple. This is the one I always come back to. And this is almost kind of like the anti-Halloween. This almost has more in common with the Rob Zombie Halloween remake than the John Carpenter one. Because in, John Carpenter's Halloween, you don't get the backstory of Michael Myers. This one is all backstory. This explains exactly why he's killing, why he snaps, and why he goes out dressed as Santa killing people. And on top of that, you got all these hilarious moments. Like, for example, the kid's grandpa, who's supposed to be a mute in a mental institution, he snaps when nobody else is out in the room. And he says to the kid, Santa Claus is gonna get you. You better run for your life. And then lo and behold, on their way home, that actually happens. I kind of wish they would do a spin-off movie with the first Killer Santa movie from this. To me, that's one of the funniest parts of the movie, is just this guy holding up a liquor store dressed as Santa, and then onto his next thing, pulling a car jack, and then eventually murdering the kid's parents. Oh my god. I really love the blackness of the night in this movie, if that makes any sense. A lot of these old 80s movies, I don't know if it's just a film grain or what, but you really get dark, pitch black nights. Now on the 4K cameras and stuff, you pick up kind of all these blue and green colors and stuff, which is cool in its own sense, but I really like the dark blackness of Christmas time. The soundtrack on this always makes me laugh. The song Warm Side of the Door. It's such a genuinely good Christmas song, and I don't know if the guy had any idea what kind of movie it was going to be used in, unless they hired him specifically for the soundtrack for this. But they probably told the guy, hey, look, we're doing a Christmas movie, will you do the music for it? Awesome kill scenes. There's one part where he picks up Linnea Quigley and puts her on the reindeer's hooves. There's a taxidermied reindeer head. He sticks it right through, and then this DVD is the uncut version, so you get this kind of grainy quality of the hooves going through her stomach. It just looks so nasty. And it's kind of sad because Billy was pretty much fully recovered from his traumatic childhood until they made him dress up as Santa for his job at the toy store. They probably wouldn't have even made him do it if he just said hey, look, this happened to my parents years back. But instead he says nothing. He just goes along with it. And then he looks at himself in the mirror and goes, punish! And oh my god, what a horrible person the nun is in this movie. She's one of the worst. This is also kind of a very anti-religious movie because the church is really what sets this kid over I mean, the traumatic childhood with the Santa thing, that pushes him, but then the church really drives it home to where he's all right, I'm gonna be a fucking killer when I grow up. Yeah, you feel horrible for him because the fucking nun is just beating his ass for every single thing right after his parents just die. And so there's two brothers, there's Ricky and Billy, and so this is more Billy's story. His little brother Ricky went on to be the star of all the other Silent Night, Deadly Nights, especially part 2 is his main movie, but yeah, Billy is the star of this one. Yeah, awesome kill scenes, awesome slasher movie. One of my top 10 favorite slasher movies. And if you read up on this movie, or if you were around when this first came out, you know that this one stirred up a bunch of shit because people were mad about, a killer Santa Claus movie, basically. I'm gonna give this one 5 out of 5 stars. That's Silent Night, Deadly Night. Alright guys, this is Danny B. You're watching the Trash Dash. Let me know what you think of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Let me know which movie in the franchise is your favorite. There's 5 Silent Night, Deadly Nights, and then there's also the reboot Silent Night. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.